What's up, YouTube? I'm waiting for my own stream to tell me I'm live. Hello, Brandon! And Flash! Hello! So I'm gonna do something a little different today. This camera here is pointed here, but my eyes are like nowhere near my phone today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pull up my stream. I'm trying to pull up my own stream on YouTube, but it's not. I think I actually have to click on the live link. Alright, now it says I'm live. Alright, so now I can read the chat and monitor too. I wonder if I should do pop-out chat. Let's do pop-out chat. Pop-out chat's pretty amazing. Alright. So now I've got pop-out chat. What's up? And I've got it set to live chat because for some reason it doesn't show me that normal. If you are here now, it is live. Welcome to everyone joining in. Alright, so I'm eating an apple as well. Fancy pants Rich Mickey, it's true. So I am going to work on a drawing today. Man, this apple's so good though. Why did I start eating an apple before streaming? Why didn't I just eat the whole thing? Here I was thinking I could like multitask. Probably not. Alright, I'm not pulling a Carfunkel. I'm setting the apple flat right here, alright? It's not gonna be oozing apple juice all over the place. I think you spelled it right, The Good Place. Okay. Can you all see? Alright. Should I angle more like this? Probably. It's probably a little bit of a better angle for all of you. What if I do this? Bear with me, everybody. Well, if I just do this, then it's way easier for me to see. Then I can read the chat, too, at the same time. Okay. Alright, we're gonna be trying this. So this is the Doodle Dome, for those who don't know. I'm just kind of toying with this one for a sec, because I'm figuring out where I want to begin. I have been tasked with drawing an eyeball, a realistic-looking eyeball, on the Doodle Dome, because that was the top voted comment if my comment got to 1,000 likes. So that is what we're going to work on today. Yes, you can, Professor Daft. You'll see me doing that on this one, too. This one's got the switch, but it's set to on right now, so. It's possible, Patrick Show, but probably way too much of a nightmare for me to want to do it. I don't think it very well may not be truly possible, because the aluminum is coating the entire interior of this, and it just seems like it would be a nightmare to, like, not cause weird, like, aluminum spillage within the unit itself. Don't forget again. Did I forget something again? What am I forgetting multiple times? Probably a lot of things. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna try to draw a circle. This is very difficult to do while it's actively rotating. Yeah, I think it's harder to draw a circle on the Doodle Dome than it is on an Etch A Sketch, because at least with an Etch A Sketch, it's all like flat. And it's not terrible, the circle I just drew, but yeah, I'm gonna try to do as realistic an eyeball as I can. I forgot to move the cursor last time. Oh, yeah. There we go. I just did it now. I'm glad that you reminded me of that. So now I'm gonna see how I just like started a new line here? Now I'm drawing a little circle inside of the big circle. And we're taking this slow. You can see some brightness in here, and that's the light reflecting off of the stylus inside of this. So, yeah, this is a little different than just graphic. It's like telling, what is on this Etch A Sketch, by the way? I received this one as a very kind gift from a fan on Facebook. Her name is Alex, and I've been meaning to make a post about her wonderful contribution. I feel a little guilty that I sold this after she gave it to me, but I wasn't expecting to create this, like, incredible demand. Yeah, look at how dirty this Doodle Dome is. Let's see if I can clean it off a bit so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. There's some weird blue stuff on the side of this, too. Can I get that off? I'll have to scrub it more later. But I did end up selling it, in my defense, at significantly below market rate. Basically compensating me for the amount of time it would take for me to put it in a box. Is it Mike Wazowski? So we're gonna make this like one little eyeball. Ooh. One big eyeball, I should say. And, take another bite of my apple. And that's where we're at. So, this is me doing my homework, actually following through for YouTube. Okay. So let's fill in. Oh, see, it's really easy to get drag on this too. Really easy to get drag on this. Is mine set to top chat or live chat? I want live chat. Okay. So we're just gonna do some very delicate shading here. Yeah, see how clear you can see the stylus in there right now? It looks so strange, doesn't it? And you watch, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fill in this circle, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you retract the stylus. It certainly is a unique stylus that's used inside of this unit. So little by little. You know, the good place, it didn't used to just be top chat. That's the weird thing. I think YouTube has like switched it on me for the default to be top chat. It was incredibly confusing. And I think it was actually someone in the chat that was complaining about it seeing top chat that clued me into the fact that what I was seeing was also just top chat. It's a new button on my interface in the bottom left as a live streamer that I now have access to switching what the chat view is, but I really don't appreciate that YouTube auto selects top chat. I wish it could let me save which auto selection I want. In fact, that's feedback that I should probably give to YouTube. I bet they would appreciate that. What's poppin', chat? Good question. What is poppin', chat? This is called the Doodle Dome. I'll pin that comment. Thank you, Frida. Okay. So now that we have that, we can see how you can see the inside of that stylus. Isn't that interesting? Now I'm going to show you what it looks like when I retract it. See that? Isn't that cool? Ah, J-Matt, thank you for that first super chat of the stream. Thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. And thank you, Flash, for reminding people to check out my Etsy. I gotta make sure I didn't get any other super chats. Okay, we're good. I feel so bad still about missing that super chat from you. Oh, did you see what happened when I retracted it? It, like, flung aluminum back onto the screen. It actually... I feel like I need to clean it up now. That's funny. It totally, like, flung aluminum back. This is definitely one of those things that in theory is cool, but in practice has its series of implications. Alright. There we go. And we've finished the circle again. Ah, Brandon with the Dancing Lemon Man. Drop some lemons in the chat for Brandon, the MVP of the stream today. Thank you, Brandon. All right, so now we're going to shade this eyeball, and I'm going to think about how I'm going to do it. I want to do the thing where I kind of do... I'm going to look at like a real eyeball. It's kind of like an Etch A Sketch. This is called the Doodle Dome. I'm going to look up an eyeball. 1 second. Eyeball iris. Let's get like a close picture of someone's iris. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys the image I'm working with. So this image here kind of gives you an idea. So I'm going to really only focus on the outside and kind of do a little bit of shading inwards. But I'm not going to do shading around the edge because I think it's going to really mitigate that. But I am going to add a little light glint to give it some life. So I'm going to add that, like, you know, I'll show you where I'm going to add it. So, yeah, it is neat when you can see the stylus. I agree there. Hey, Brandon, drop in a beautiful painterly fox super chat as well. MVPs to Brandon again. Thank you so much. Here's half a heart while I eat a bite of an apple. Wow, Rhino God 32. I agree. The Doodle Dome's beauty does know no bounds. All right, you're actually looking at the stylus right now. See it? Isn't that crazy? Maybe I should make it like a stream goal if you guys want to see me like really scrape off a lot of powder. If you want to see me take a big old window of powder so you guys could get a real look at the inside, if someone sends a $20 super chat, because otherwise it's going to derail what I'm currently working on. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the stylus. Now it's retracted. I'm going to go a little lower. If I do it slowly, it doesn't kick as much aluminum back onto the drawing. So now I'm just adding a little light glint right there. Taking another bite of apple. I'm beautiful and the dome? I don't know, I think the dome is even more beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the stylus again. Move it to around here. Let's see how close we are to the edge. Oh my god, look at that. I landed right where I wanted to be. I can conductor. Yep, I shake it just like an Etch A Sketch. In fact, by doing it last time, I did cause all sorts of debris to land on my desk, so... Oh no, did it land on my apple? Oh no, am I eating aluminum right now? That's not good. One moment, everybody. I'm gonna just Windex my surface for a moment. Do a little cleanup here. Little biohazard happening on my desk. That was bad. One moment, everybody. I just want to clean up the debris that came from shaking this Doodle Dome. It does happen sometimes. These Doodle Domes are a lot more leaky than a traditional Etch A Sketch is. There are sometimes leaky Etch A Sketches, but the Doodle Domes are much more... There are much more points for leakage on these, so... There's a lot of downsides to the Doodle Dome that you don't hear me talk about in a 1-minute YouTube short video, you know? Okay. Your super chat didn't go? Oh, it totally did, Caveman! Thank you so much, Caveman, for that super chat. I do apologize for not seeing that a moment ago while I was cleaning up a biohazard. Thank you, Caveman, for that. It's your first super on a live stream as well. What an honor. You asked if you can one day post. You wanted to super chat if you could post the stylus one day if you got a broken one. Oh, you mean like if I could mail the stylus out? Like send the stylus? I became an Etch A Sketch. This day was inevitable, everybody. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a little shading. So I'm just gonna be slow and methodical. And it's really hard to do angles on the Doodle Dome. Like I am feeling immense resistance in the left knob. So the precision is lacking compared to your traditional Etch A Sketch. And I think it has to do with just the occupational hazards associated with, like using a spherical type of inside surface. Oh, post the internals like for a YouTube short. Oh, I see what you're asking. If I could show, if I get a broken one, I could show like with the stylus. Do you mean the stylus of an Etch A Sketch or a Doodle Dome? An Etch A Sketch would be much more likely than a Doodle Dome. I actually have an Etch A Sketch stylus I could share in a video. Well, I haven't gotten to the lashes yet. This is just the eyeball. There's not going to be any lashes, actually. Thank you, Frida, for pinging that. Click on the Nightbot link if you're interested. Alright. Yeah, I can't promise that I'll make a video about it. I don't like to promise videos unless it's like very specifically commissioned by somebody. But it's definitely an idea to show like what does the internal components of an Etch A Sketch look like. I appreciate the thought. I'll write it on a sticky note. How about that? I think it's a good thought. I'm just rather hesitant about taking on ideas because I'll show you all. This is my wall of sticky notes of videos in the queue. There's a lot. There are so many. Okay, let me just write this down. Show off parts of an Etch A Sketch. So show off parts. Alright. Alright, took that note. Hee. How many of you clicked on that link? I need to see some guilty souls in the chat. Good place, you gotta click on it to find out. Do I want to give this away? Nope, this is actually already sold. Giving away is the last thing I want to do for these because they are apparently suddenly incredibly valuable. Because I accidentally created a large demand for them. And I kind of regret that. You never demand something from me. A YouTube short how Etch A Sketch works would be cool. I actually have videos on how an Etch A Sketch works. So, Caveman, if you check out, if you go to like inside the mini Etch A Sketch, inside the micro Etch A Sketch, I talk about it in both of those videos. So, oh yeah. Hey, I'm not joking about the $2,000 feet pics. I will absolutely sell my feet pics for $2,000. No shame there. Alright, so I'm gonna keep the shading going. It's actually getting a little easier. Sometimes there are like specific portions of the globe that are easier to draw on than others. I feel like I'm drawing a clock right now. Oh, I wouldn't say that's the good place. I want to make sure not to establish that I'm superior to some sort of platform like that. Let's put it out into the air right now that I don't want to shame people who post on that platform. People have their own reasons, and there are a lot of people who make a lot more money than I'm ever going to make in my entire life using that platform. So I don't want to shame people for using it, you know? I wouldn't say I'm too good for it. I would say that I would rather capitalize on other skills that I have. And that's not to imply that the people who post on that platform don't have skills to capitalize on. Yeah. Oh, is there a limit to prices? I've actually never been there. I've thought it, well, no, I don't want to get into that. I'll finish the thought because I feel like I started a thought and people are going to think it went a certain direction. I thought about getting my username there just for the sake of having my username there, but like just to camp on it so people don't like use it. But I've truly never been there. There we go. Thanks for popping in, Patrick Show, and thank you for that beautiful print photo that you shared. If you guys check out my Facebook and my Instagram today, you'll see an awesome photo collage frame that Patrick Show put together of a series of prints of my art that he recently purchased. So thank you again for your support, and I love seeing my art in the wild like that. If any of you have ever purchased a product from me, or an Etch A Sketch drawing, or a photo print, or even a sticker, feel free to share those photos in my Discord. I love to see them. It makes me happy to see my art happily thriving in other people's homes. It's always mystifying and amazing to think about that my art has a daily presence in the lives of other people, and that's pretty powerful, you know? Firsty, we always know that when people say that they'll offer money, they never do, so we're gonna wait for you to send that $200, and I will gladly mess it up for you. So you're the one who picked $200, so we're all waiting for you. You feel bad? You know what? That's fair, Brandon. I feel like, I mean, it's funny, because in some ways they value it more, in a lot of ways they value it less, right? It's like, society will look down on and stigmatize people who use it, but then pay them a lot of money for it, so. I do commissions, hee hee. Good for you, GTA Ghost Demon. Happy to hear your girlfriend makes better art than me. There we go. Let's keep working away, making progress on the eyeball. I'm actually pretty pleased with it so far. This is really hard to do. Look at how all these like angles are kind of wibbly wobbly wonky. I'm eating an apple. Rico, if you don't like what you're hearing, you can leave. I want to eat an apple. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. I'm not going to apologize for enjoying an apple. Just like you shouldn't demand that I stop smacking. You don't have to be here. Oh, people are always hating on me. It's fine. Alright. You know, if you do have a problem, you are always welcome to share it in a way that's not obnoxiously rude. That's all I'm saying. People are allowed to not like things about my streams. I'm not going to stop you from not enjoying certain aspects of my live streams, but if you can do it in a way that has like a modicum of decorum, you will get so much farther with honey. If you just add a little sugar instead of a lot of salt, you'd be shocked. You'd be shocked at how much farther you could go in life. Not just in my streams, but just in general. I don't know what thing you're talking about, Brandon. Alright, reading some of the comments. One moment. Art 2 would be cool. Draw, girl, finish the art. Somebody unknown, I'm eating an apple. I'm sorry. I really need to stop apologizing. I'm not sorry. I'm just sorry that I like to sometimes not constantly treat myself like a workhorse. I need to stop saying sorry. I'm not sorry. Yeah, they are, Serena. I would say people hate Mondays, but a lot of people had Memorial Day off. I don't know what got up their butt. You're the only one with honey in your life? What does that mean, Professor Daft? Nutrition be damned. Okay, I'm doing some, like, tracing of the circle to kind of bring back the perimeter. This is called a Tycho Doodle Dome. So this is a product released, I believe, the year I was born. I think it's a 1991 product. Because I'm also not being nice about it. Rabbit, I don't think I need to be nice to people who are rude to me. If someone went up to you and said, "You smell," would you respond nicely to someone saying that? I'm sorry to hear that, hee Thomas. There we go. Adam says annoying. Should I be nice to Adam because Adam said annoying in my stream? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to respond kindly to Adam saying the stream is annoying? Yeah, kill them with kindness. It's not like I'm gonna suddenly change their minds. They already don't like. Why is it hypothetical, Rabid Raccoon? I'm living it right now in my streams. People... Oh, it's hypocritical. Why is it hypocritical, Rabid Raccoon? I'm being nice to people who are being nice to me. Okay. I think I finished up the eyeball portion. You can make all kinds of things on this Toy Blaze. Thank you, Katsuki. Glad you joined my stream and you're seeing it in action. Ethan says nobody cares. I'm not sure about what. Ethan cares enough to write nobody cares. I'm just doling out the same energy people are giving me in return. A lot of the people are being really nice in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start adding the the veins of the eyeball to really help to kind of give it more life. What I said, Rabbit Raccoon, is that people would get a lot more in life if they respond with sugar instead of salt. I'm just doling out the food that they ordered. Okay. Check out the pinned comment if you're curious about finding out what this toy is. Yeah, okay. So let's turn off. To my regulars, how do you feel about me responding with the same energy people give me? You can be honest. To my regulars, I know who you are in the chat. How do you feel when you hear me clap back at people? If it does genuinely bother you, I'd like to know. Oh, this has a line here. That's weird. I'll try to incorporate it. Can I give the eye pink eye? You love Angry Edge? Thank you, Flash. People are acting like dingbats, Nick. I agree. I think it happens a lot on live streams. We have some weird vestigial lines here. I must not have erased well enough. So I need to check where this eyeball started, and I'm going to actually put a little piece of tape, just a tiny one, where I ended, just so I remember where, like, the other side of the eyeball is, right? So we're just going to, like... There we go. I'm just putting the tape down so I could see where I should stop my lines. Thank you, Flower. I appreciate that. The lines of doom. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I didn't realize that this part didn't erase. It's kind of hard to thoroughly erase a Doodle Dome. Okay, so now we have what sort of looks like a lightning bolt, which was actually the goal. And I'm going to try to incorporate some of these lines here, pretending like I had intended for them to be there. Like that. Yeah, so we're drawing the veins. What are you saying, Caveman? I'm confused. I saw only that one comment, and I'm confused about what the context for that is and why you said it. It's sad that parents don't teach their kids. Treat others how you want to be treated anymore. This generation is crazy disrespectful. Michelle, I think I agree with you. And I don't know if it's a specific generation that's on streams right now, or if it's just the kind of audience that comes from watching YouTube streams. But I am very grateful to say that I've got plenty of people who are very kind and respectful toward me too. So it's definitely not everyone, but we get a fair amount of bad apples, no pun intended, considering what I've been eating. The Doodle Dome looks scratched up because I got it used. They are very hard to come by. These are released in the early 90s. If you find them, can you upcharge? Good luck finding them right now because I accidentally caused a huge demand for them on eBay. The tone? Oh, the tone reminds you of your mom who constantly attacks you for normal things. Hee hee, Thomas, that's very kind of you. Yeah, I can understand people being bothered by the way that I'm speaking when I respond with a similar salt that I'm reading in the chat. But I don't plan to change that tone because I'm responding honestly with the way that I feel about it. We've got our first vein completed, so I'm going to draw another vein. I'm going to think about where I want it to be. So right now we're here. I'm moving the stylus up a fair amount. And we're going to come around this way. And I'm going to turn it back on here. I don't know where the stylus is. I think it's around here. There we go. That's great, actually. So... my eyes get like this when I'm tired. You like how I sound? Thanks, Yuki. Yeah. Thank you for the kind compliments, everyone. There we go. Yeah, that actually was great. And I'm going to try to create a similar staggering. I feel like the Doodle Dome is really good for this, actually. So I figure in theory that all of the veins are kind of going back to the like same origin point on the back of an eyeball. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of create like this sort of destination for all the veins to go on the back of the eyeball. And this tape is helping me remember where that destination point is. Scary background music. I have a random playlist that's playing music from all different types of video games, and right now we're listening to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, so that might be why it's a bit spooky, but it sort of fits the vibe of the drawing, if I say so myself. You're correct, Caveman. Your girlfriend is doing a stream? Good for your girlfriend, Fallen Rock. So to Killer Queen, it's something that I've been doing for a very long time. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it off, and then I'm gonna try to draw a few tendrils up here. Ooh, okay, there it is. Just a little bit. So it looks like the stylus kind of stops working when it gets to this point up here. I'm sorry I've been so off-center, everybody. I didn't mean to be like that. I just looked at where I was on the screen and realized you're making you feel every move of your eyeball, Frida. Make sure to drop a robot emoji in the chat if you are under 13 years old. It's more rectangular than red. The stylus, I think, still has the same, like, destination point. Make sure to drop a robot emoji in the chat if you're under 13 years old, everybody. Gonna take a little sip of water. Thank you, Jocelyn. Cooper O'Keefe? Sure. But when people announce it, they never do it. So, prove me wrong, Cooper O'Keefe. We're holding you to it. I would love $500. I don't think I know anyone who wouldn't want $500. If you want $500, put a hand raise emoji in the chat. Drop a hand emoji in the chat if you want 500 bucks. The Good Place doesn't want 500. What do you want instead of 500, The Good Place? And this one I'm going to cause like a division. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at this vein. See, I think a lot of people would like $500. That's kind of a silly question. Maybe I should stop responding to the comments that say stuff like that, because maybe it's just the kind of engagement baiting me. They never do it. Is it kind of a waste of time for me to respond to those questions? Let me know in the chat, everybody. No one in the history of ever has ever actually donated after asking a question like that. You want a shadow? I don't think I can give a shadow, I'm sorry. Yeah, who doesn't want free money? It's kind of an obtuse question to ask. I think it's just a bid for, getting my individualized attention. You would love that, Frida? Yeah. Alright. Going forward, I think ignoring is the right way to do it, Alora. Alright, that will be my policy going forward. Making good progress on this eyeball, though. You say boot? Okay, I can see booting. Maybe we'll start with muting. So how about that, mods? If you start seeing people asking questions like that, like, how would you feel if I sent you $100? You can mute them for like 5 minutes or a minute, and then if they do it again, I would just boot them. What'll happen is that people will get really salty at me in my comments after the video gets published, and they'll be like, I was trying to donate to you and my moderator, and your moderators like muted me. And I'll say, were you actually going to though? Caveman, interesting that you think you'll be muted one day. Why do you think that? I don't think people will get muted if they just are chill in the chat. You just gotta pass the vibe check, and the vibe check is really easy to pass in my opinion. A lot of people are currently passing the vibe check. You're doing a great job. I don't think it's hard to pass the vibe check. You just gotta, like, be cool. Wes Kuhn says, I don't ignore the comment section. Don't ignore the comment section. Can you tell, Wes, that I'm in the middle of drawing and sometimes I miss comments? Can you tell that? Can you tell that I'm trying to create entertainment for the people viewing right now, and sometimes that means that my eyeballs are not constantly glued to the screen? If you keep watching, you'll see the full span of the globe. Alright, so this one's kind of going below. Ugh. It's hard to operate when you get that low. There we go. Yep, exactly the good place. There's no way to win. That's such a good point. They'll either say stop talking, start drawing, or stop drawing, start talking. It's so true. There's no way to win. And now you guys have a little bit of an understanding of why I clap back a lot more, because there's no actually satisfying the audience. There will always be people irately angry at me because I didn't give them what they wanted, no matter what I do. Yeah, Caveman, if you feel like you might get muted, you might be self-aware enough to recognize maybe you've been saying some stuff that may not have passed the vibe check. Hey, Joe! So good to see you here. So nice to have you here. Drop some MVPs for Joe, please. That is so kind of you, Joe. Thank you so much for your contribution to my stream today. Thank you for that. What is this? It's called a Doodle Dome. So I'm bringing back up to here. There we go. And now what I want to do is actually check the main eyeball. So I'm actually going to come up this way. All the way near the top, maybe. I'm going to turn it off. And then I'm going to rotate it slowly but surely. Thank you, Katsuki. I appreciate that. So now I'm like, where am I? I'm near the top. Oh, yep. There I am. So I want to do some more veins at the bottom. So I'm going to turn off the stylus. You can see it passing by. See that? Woo! And I'm going to turn it back on. And now I'm below the eyeball. You can't really tell. I apologize if I'm missing a lot of comments right now. You said not donating anymore. Thanks for telling me, mods. Caveman, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Caveman. What I care most about is having people in my audience that are just kind, right? That are just cool. I didn't say I was going to mute you. I said that if you don't pass the vibe check, then you could get muted in the future. I don't owe... Just because you sent a super chat, I so sincerely appreciate it. But that doesn't mean you get put on a no-ban list. It doesn't give you it doesn't give you express permission to cause problems in my chat. That's what I'm saying, okay? So, you were kind. Why is the mod listing you? It's possible you might have said something in the past that... It's not because you said liberal. I don't even remember when you said liberal. Just know that my moderators are doing their best to protect the good vibes of the stream. Don't get me wrong. My streams are possible with the support of viewers like you, Caveman, okay? But if you say something that is problematic, then that's what's going to happen, okay? That's good. You didn't cause any problems. That's good. But it's possible that in a previous stream, you might have said some stuff that was more problematic. It's hard for me to remember, to be honest. Just be on good behavior. That's all I ask. Just be kind, be nice, and don't be weird. That's all I gotta say. If you follow those tenets, then you're probably gonna be a-okay. Ooh, I'm gonna connect this vein with this one. Oh yeah, that looks good. I think it's not hard. You don't like that people are sensitive. Sensitive about what, Caveman? Did you bring up politics? Because someone said you mentioned liberals. I don't understand why you'd bring up politics in my stream. So just be mindful of that. Like, an Etch A Sketch artist drawing on a Doodle Dome probably isn't the best place to get into politics. I think that's a fair statement, and I think a lot of people here would agree with me. So shading is lightly tapping the stylus, kind of. The stylus isn't something I can lightly tap. It's something that I kind of have to, like, I either retract it or I don't. So I either have all darkness or no darkness, if that makes sense. Etch A Sketch or Rubik's Cube for president? Ooh, interesting question. I'm gonna say Etch A Sketch because I'm team Etch A Sketch, but Rubik's Cube has an important place in my heart. Alright, check Discord. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry, mods, you guys are on overtime tonight. Oh, okay. We've got reason. Because you made a joke that set me off last time, Caveman. I'm remembering now. Alright. Let me explain, Caveman. I'm giving you a one-on-one right now with an audience of 62 people watching, so I hope you hear me out, okay? You made a joke that probably got you muted in a previous stream, where you said, I was about to buy a print till I heard boyfriend. You ever heard about the streamers that lost revenue after getting engaged and stuff? I know when you said that you were trying to just open that conversation, but I don't appreciate... Oh, he's gone? Dagnabbit, he got muted, didn't he? What'd he say? What's the last thing Caveman said? Can my mods fill me in the mod chat? So the... See, this is the thing. Caveman felt entitled to speaking to me in a certain way because they sent me donations. And I really want to mitigate that behavior. I never tell people to donate. I always appreciate it, and I try to encourage it heavily. But that doesn't mean that you get, like... Okay, he got hidden. It doesn't mean that you just get express permission to say whatever you want just because you sent me $2. Like, that's not how it works. I'm allowed to still have boundaries. I'm not sure exactly what the last thing he said was, but I trust my moderators. I trust my moderators to protect the vibe of the stream, and I trust my moderators to make judgment calls that are the most sensible for my community. So thank you to my moderators. I care more about protecting the vibe of the stream than I do about... See, this is a problem. I'm not reading that comment out loud because they're trying to get me to say something inappropriate. This is an exact demonstration. Thank you, Don, for demonstrating perfectly, for demonstrating deliciously why sending me money does not entitle you immediately to me letting you be inappropriate in my stream. That was possibly the most perfect way to demonstrate that sending me money doesn't mean you get to be a crappy person to me. Okay? Wow, that was like comically... That was comically perfect to show everybody that just because you send me money, it doesn't mean that it's okay to, like, that you get to treat me a certain way or you get to, like, act a certain way in my community. I'm not gonna abet behavior just because somebody sends a super chat. I didn't ask Don to do that. I didn't expect Don to do that. And yet Don still did that and said something really inappropriate, trying to trick me into saying something out loud. So, feel free to kick Don, even though they sent me a donation. The tape was to help me remember where the other side of the Doodle Dome was. Great question. Yeah. What's the largest commission I've ever received? I did a project for $3,500. That was an individual commission. You don't think anybody really cares, to be honest. I don't feel like that comment ever really makes sense when people say it. Like, obviously people care enough to send me $2 to try to trick me. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Obviously people care because they get really bent out of shape when they get kicked from my community. So it just doesn't make any sense. I can't be bought. Not for that little. I'm finishing my apple, and I know that will upset a lot of people. Thanks, Pretzel. You know, what I'm doing is I'm fanning the flames by bringing it up. You know what, everybody? Why don't you tell me what is your favorite thing to draw? How about that? Let's distract from what we were talking about earlier. Tell me your favorite thing to draw. Oh, thank you, Chaotic Mocha. Honestly. Oh, what did Flash say? Muted first so he could hear you telling him off before giving him the boot. It's such a waste of $2. Brandon! Thank you for that $20 super chat. And thank you for not sneaking a weird message into it either. I gotta say, actually, this is a historic moment on my streams. It's the first time someone's ever paid money to send a super chat to try to trick me into saying something inappropriate. This is a historic first for me. I'm actually quite impressed. Thank you, Brandon. MVPs to Brandon in the chat. Ooh, the creeps. Very cool. I love HR Giger. X Vonti's got a big, is a big Brandon fan. Weird message. Flash. Perfect demonstration. Frida, I'll explain later. If my moderators are interested in describing in the mod chat on Discord what that super chat said, feel free to share it. This is like a 3D Etch A Sketch. All right, let me show you what I was working on. So these are the back of the veins. I thought when you're thinking about an eyeball, all the veins have... And then this is the front of the eyeball. So I can turn off the stylus to rotate it freely for all of you. And I have to say, I'm pretty content with it. What do you all think? Should I add more to the iris? Let me know your thoughts. We making history with this one, baby. Thank you, everybody. I'm pretty content with it as is. I'm gonna make a video about it on YouTube. So you'll see it in a future YouTube short. If you were here for the stream, then you're here at a great time. Here's the stylus. You could see it right there. Circles are well done. Thank you, Jesse. That was the hardest part for me, I think. I appreciate the compliments, everybody. There we go. Yeah, that's what the super chat said. Thanks, Brand, for explaining that one. You have nothing to do, not bored in a way is fact, being bored is no option. You sit watching it, Princess Etch A Sketch. You know, with the way the internet is, it's hard to be bored because there's just so many options in front of us. All right, let me set this one aside. I'm pretty content with how it turned out. I'll bust out another Doodle Dome. How about that? I won't have two more soon enough. Soon enough, I'm only going to have one again because I got to mail these out. So we've got this one here. Shading is possible on it. Here's another one I did. What I'm going to do, that's the picture I was looking at. It's kind of a jump scare. Sorry about that. What I'm going to do, sorry everybody. We're going to erase this one. I'm going to do it over here. So if it does leak, it doesn't leak badly. So this is a Death Star that I drew on a Star Wars Day stream for Brandon's birthday. Drop some birthday emojis for Brandon, please. So this was the Death Star that I made, and I forgot that I could turn off the stylus, like, halfway through, so there's lines connecting everything. So, unfortunately, okay, I'll let you, oh, you know what? I'll let you do this, everybody. I'll let you vote for which one's got to go. We've got the Death Star, and where's the other Doodle Dome? I need a moment to find it. You'd think it'd be easy to find a Doodle Dome in my office, but my office is like an explosion of Etch A Sketches. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we have... I'm setting this on the floor, everybody. Which one do I erase? This will be the first time ever doing this. Do I erase the Doodle Dome Death Star, or do I erase the Doodle Dome Globe? And I know the lighting is terrible. It's really hard to actually get good lighting on these. Let's set it on my desk. Okay. So Death Star or Earth. You get to vote. I'm setting up the poll right now. Just a moment, everybody. I'm going to set up the poll. Just need a second. I know it's going to upset a lot of people. It's taking me more than 2 seconds. A $10 super chat will make the ultimate decision here. If we get one. 1 second. I keep hitting the caps lock on accident. And start the poll. All right, so we are voting between the Death Star and Earth. You are deciding which Doodle Dome image has to be erased. I'll show you what Earth looks like. In fact, I'm not going to turn off the stylus. I'm just going to physically... I didn't fit all of Earth. You can watch videos about these, by the way, on my YouTube Shorts. So this is the Doodle Dome Earth. And the proportions aren't perfect. You know which one to erase. Oh, Brandon dropping the $10 super chat. I do know. I'm so sorry to the majority here. We're ending the poll. We're gonna say goodbye to Doodle Dome Earth because I made the Death Star for Brandon on a previous stream. So many apologies to everyone who voted for erasing this one. He's missing a cent. It's the colloquial $10 is close enough. He's donated more than $10 this stream, so... I do apologize, everybody. These are expensive now. The Death Star destroys the Earth. I can make that happen. We can, How do I do this? Alright, here's the Death Star, and here's the Earth. And it's just gonna shoot a laser beam at Earth. I'm so nervous about erasing these above my desk. It's so hard to erase a Doodle Dome Earth with one hand. I gotta take out Australia. Sorry, Australia. There we go. I think I've erased all of Earth. Let's take a look. Earth is gone, everybody. And the Death Star lives on. We'll fix that in post with the lasers. I'm gonna turn on a light in my office. One moment, everybody. Does that cause too much glare? I think it's okay. Much appreciation for everybody who's been sticking around this stream. By the way, if you haven't liked it yet, consider dropping a like my way. Welcome to everyone joining in. We got 170 lovely individuals in this stream. What am I gonna just sketch next? Give me some ideas in the chat. I'll just do some random stuff. I'll write my name so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna start up here. There we go. And here is my name. Now this particular Doodle Dome is a little bit funky in that I have to hold the off switch usually. Why draw? Okay, I'll draw a flower. That sounds cool. So I'll draw a little flower. It's cool to see the Doodle Dome rotating as I work too. Now, I'm not nearly as, like, precise with the Doodle Dome as I am with the Etch A Sketch. I think it's more difficult to use, personally. But it's cool to use. Alright. There we go. Huzzah! Thank you to my mods for sharing the links. Alright, I'll do a little Bob Ross. That's kind of fun. Let's see what it... The cool thing is I could draw like 5 things on this. And then we'll erase them all, probably. I'll try to draw Bob Ross. That'll be tricky. It's gonna take a minute. Oh, it just switched back to on. Alright, so we're gonna start with the beard at the bottom. I'm gonna go kind of quick with this drawing. We are drawing Bob Ross right now on the Doodle Dome. And I keep forgetting that I can turn off the stylus, and I might do that. Make sure to drop a robot emoji in the chat if you're under 13. Welcome back to the good place. Where'd you go? Alright, we are drawing Bob's mustache. And then we're going to draw his nose. And I'm excited about doing this drawing because I feel like I'm going to be able to take better advantage of just connecting lines with this. Okay, so we've got his nose and his chin so far. We did finish the eye, this is true. Yeah, I'm just working on more random drawings right now. Thought that'd be fun to just spend today working on the Doodle Dome. Normally I do Etch A Sketching. By the way, to my lovely moderators who have outstanding commissions that are in the queue, now I've turned it off and look at that. Look at that new line, working on the eyeball. There we go. This is revolutionary, having the ability to make new lines. I'm going to turn off the stylus, turn it back on, and draw an eyebrow for the Bob Ross. Thank you, Ariana. Do I prefer realistic or abstract work? I'm going to say realistic. There are rare occasions where I like abstract art, but in most circumstances, I don't. Alright, so now we're going to start, like, some of his hair. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit a lot of his hair. I guess his hair kind of drapes lower than that, even. I'll start kind of curlifying it there. And I'm going to turn off the stylus, turn it back on, and... Oh! I was going to draw the eyebrow, but instead I'm drawing the eye because I went too low. So we are drawing Bob Ross's other eyeball. To anyone who's just not joining in, I'm drawing Bob Ross on the Tycho Doodle Dome. This was a competitor to Etch A Sketch, released in the 90s. And they do not manufacture them anymore. I've gotten a lot of comments of people saying that I should make them my own. Does anyone have any idea how to make an Etch A Sketch? Because I'll tell you what, it's not easy to do. You need a factory full of human beings to do that. You can't just on a whim decide I'm going to build my own Etch A Sketch. A lot of people keep telling me to just make my own Doodle Dome. I guarantee the scope of what I would need to do to accomplish that is so immense. I actually just erased a globe, Bookie. You can check out my video on it, though. So now we are starting up the iconic hair. And we are coming around this way. Let's straighten this out a bit. Yeah, I would need incredibly specialized equipment and employees who are trained in, like, putting the equipment together. Alright. Kyle just sent me a message. He says he's on his way back. So I'm probably going to be wrapping things up rather soon, everybody. That sounds like a bad idea, Pretzel. I heard that, Brandon, that he's not into the fro. And that he just kind of got stuck having it since it became, like, his trademark look. Alright. This is going to really bring the drawing together, though, when I start building out the shape of the fro. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit the whole fro, everybody. It's kind of looking Gene Simmons, or Richard Simmons-esque. I don't fit more of the fro than I thought I would. Alright, let's come back down this way for a sec. We'll work on that more in a moment. This is really hard to do, because my reference photo is constantly rotating. Okay, I feel like I made his face wider than it should be. I'm gonna trim into that a little bit. Or I made his eyes smaller than they should be? I don't know. Let's just build out his fro, everybody. That's what you came here to see, is Bob Ross's fro. Yeah, they sure do make making Etch A Sketches look easy on Elf. It's quite complex. It is... In fact, there's this episode that's called The Toys That Built America on the History Channel, and it talked about Etch A Sketch. It talked about how Etch A Sketch almost never got made because the manufacturing process was so difficult for it that they had to hire people who were particularly, like, adept, like, seamstresses and stuff to be able to string up the fishing line kind of material that they used to operate the stylus inside of the Etch A Sketch. Is it starting to look more Bob Ross-esque? I think it's starting to look more Bob Ross-esque. Why Bob Ross? Yeah, 3D printed Etch A Sketches, I hear that one a lot. It's a similar thing where it's just the internal components are so difficult to assemble that you need to have specialized and particularly adept hands to be able to do it. It's cheaper to just buy an Etch A Sketch than it is to, like, take the time, energy, and effort to manufacture one entirely, you know? So now I'm working on the fro. The fro is really where it gets to, you know, it's brought together. You're seeing the bob! The bob is coming together. He's got this crease between his eyes, and I'm gonna add that. It's right there. His fro comes down a little bit more too. It's a little bit fluffier down here. There we go. I made his nose too long, but that's okay. Alright, somebody wants to see me draw something else on this Doodle Dome tonight. It's gonna be a $10 super chat. Because otherwise I'm going to go and start making dinner. This will be the last request of the night. Yeah, exactly the good place. Sorry I keep moving this Etch A Sketch on accident. It's not taped down. Normally, I said Etch A Sketch. Normally with my Etch A Sketch streams, I tape down the Etch A Sketch, but this is Doodle Dome isn't taped down, so you're going to see it wiggling a bit. I do my best to read the chat when I can, Kit Kat. But it does come at a price. It means you all get rickrolled. There we go. And let's thin that out a little bit. Clean up some regions here. This has turned out pretty nice. I'll have to share this in a future YouTube short video post, I think. I think people will like it. And he's got like another line here. It's kind of obfuscated by his... obscured by his hair. Just finishing up the chin. He's terrifying. So pretty, I love it. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna add his, I'll add his... There we go, his shirt. Oh, oopsies. There we go. It's so funny because it looked like I kind of like took an image of him and just kind of stretched it across the globe. A little lopsided. These can be erased. You can actually scroll back in my stream if you want to see me erasing a Doodle Dome drawing or two. So, thank you, everybody. All right, I'm gonna flip the camera, say some final words to each and every one of you. I'll turn on an extra light. So now that, okay, and there we are. Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. I had fun, and I hope you had fun too. Let's turn off the music for a moment. Despite all the riffraff that happened earlier in my stream, excuse me, I hope you had a fun time either way. So, why did I slash his forehead? Oh, I'll show you. So here's this like crease that he always has between his eyes. You see them in like every photo of Bob. That's just like a part of his face. So I wanted to add that line there because you always see that crease between his eyebrows. So that's the reason for that. So thank you, Michelle. I'm actually really content with my outfit. I'm wearing the skirt that I featured in a previous video. I love this skirt so much. It's just so fun. I think it's lots of fun. So, all right. Oh, the table of Etch A Sketch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you get a glimpse of that over here? I've got, that's my work queue right now. I'm dealing with the pile on that table over there. And then, of course, I've got all the Etch A Sketches behind me, too. So thank you, everybody, for the amazing support tonight, though. I hope you had a fun time, because I always have a lot of fun when I hang out with all of you, even when I get a little bit catty. It's always a little exercise in boundary setting and all those good things. So, oh, that's funny, Brenda. You'll be getting an Etch A Sketch cat soon. Well, I look forward to when that stream happens, everybody. You'll have to, You'll have to tune in for future streams where I offer live stream commissions and all that good stuff. So take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, wherever you happen to be in the world. And as always, each and every one of you could be anywhere on the internet. It is the World Wide Web after all, and you've chosen to spend this time with me, which I never want to take for granted. So thank you very much. And I'm reading some of the final comments here. So yeah, it's true, The Good Place. A lot of people don't know. And I try to educate, but I also try not to like over-educate because I'm trying to like put on a show for everybody. So I appreciate everybody who joined in. I especially appreciate those who liked the stream. Hint, hint. Wiggle, wiggle. If you haven't yet liked it, make sure to send those final likes. It's a fantastic way for YouTube to know that this is an engaging stream experience. So thank you again, everybody. And I'm going to sign out and start making some dinner. So if you'd like a future Doodle Dome request to be made, make sure to join my Discord if you'd like to find out what my stream schedule is going to be looking like. So I'm wearing the skirt. I love this skirt. The skirt makes me very happy. So, all right, everybody. I do have other hobbies. I like roller coasters. I like watching TV, I like movies, I like going on walks. I got a lot of different kinds of hobbies. I like building things out of Lego from time to time. I like puzzles, board games. There you go. There's the final words. All right, everybody, peace out. And thank you for 50 likes. Bye!